All right, welcome into Studyball, and obviously a big topic of conversation after the weekend is Zach Wilson, the New York Jets offense. Is he ready? Where he's at? Comments after the game about not letting his defense down. Lots of different things going on here, and it's easy to look at the stats. It's easy to look at a throw or two and say this or say that. So I thought I'd break down the tape from yesterday and take a look at almost all of his throws. Not all of his throws. There's a couple naked bootlegs and stuff that really isn't about anything but getting out on the edge and trying to find a guy open. So going to take a look at the rest of the throws. And I'm going to let you guys determine where he's at, what the issues are, what the issues were throughout the course of that game, and if he let the defense down, let his teammates down. I can just say as a quarterback, I always felt like if I didn't score 24 points in a game, I was letting my teammates down. That was what I expected from myself every time out. Different strokes for different guys that believe different things, especially young guys in their career. But we always like to see quarterbacks be accountable. And it doesn't matter if it's our fault or not, take the blame. Say you could do more, want to do more, right? Hold yourself accountable as a leader on the team. We all want to see that, and it's just part of the position. But we know Zach Wilson has a ways to go, that he's still growing, not a lot of time in college, all of those different things. But let's take a look at the tape, take a look at what I'm seeing, what I would have liked to have seen done differently, where he didn't have a chance, and then you put it all together and say, okay, how much more could he have done for this team yesterday, based on the way that the game played out? Let's take a look. Here we go, starting out. All right, so we come back here. We're looking for man-to-man. The Patriots love to play man-to-man. They're going to drop the safety down inside. They're going to play man-to-man out here. So we've designed some sort of a rub play right here. We're going to come off. We're going to start this guy inside and come outside. That's where Zach Wilson is looking, and rightfully so, because you see the guy chasing down. It's man-to-man coverage, okay? So now we're going to go out here, and it looks like we're going to try to get a rub on this guy, but just watch how this thing plays out down here. Whoa, we run past it. We miss it. Okay, so we missed the rub. Not only do we miss the rub, so this guy matches right to the guy that we're looking at, but this is what I hate. I hate when teams design rubs where this guy doesn't run some sort of a route. Don't go out of your way to get a rub. Set up the route, set up the spacing to get the natural rub, but then give this guy a route so your quarterback has an option if they actually cover what you're trying to get. But in this case, the rub guy misses, and now he's going to go chase the rub. He's going to go chase it. So look at this right here. This is what Zach Wilson is seeing over here. He's trying to throw it to this side against man-to-man coverage, and this is what I see, and now all of a sudden there's pressure there, right? Okay, we can go back and say, well, what if he would have gone to that side? Well, yep, he could have gone to that side, and then maybe that pops open right there. I get it, but he's doing exactly what I would coach him to do. You get man-to-man coverage. We've designed this over here to get a rub and get a guy open. Just don't like the design. Don't like the execution. Young quarterback stuck. Now he's got pressure in his face. Now he's got to turn and throw the ball away. All right, so this is a tough one here because what we're going to run is we're going to run seam, go, seam, and then a hitch over here. And then the back runs a bit of an angle right here. So not sure exactly how they're teaching this particular play. So there's a couple different options here. Okay, so there's the option of if you think you got man, we're going to clear out there, we're going to clear out there. This guy's got your back man-to-man, trying to fool him like you're going to the flat here, and then you're coming back and hitting the angle, okay? So we'll watch that first. That's a possibility. Not a very good route. Back's falling right into coverage. There's nowhere to throw. Where are you throwing? You're not throwing that. You're not throwing that. You're throwing a go, but you're throwing it right off the bat if you've decided to take that. So he's not throwing the go, and now he's got to work all the way backside here. And problem is, this is a hitch. So a hitch you got to go to right now. So if he reads to the front side in any way, shape, or form, probably going to be late for the hitch because this guy is going to match to it. So he's looking out the front side. I don't know if he's expecting that guy to win. That guy doesn't win. Now he's going to work back here, and there's just no timing on anything back here. Now, he could have gone to this side first. If he goes to this side first, there's a chance that he comes out and pops that hitch right there. Pops that hitch and gets a completion there, but he didn't read to that side first. Now, my biggest thing with Zach Wilson is the eyes, and really with every quarterback. I'm always looking at the eyes. I want to know where your eyes are going. So I just want you to watch the head of Zach Wilson right here. Okay, so he's coming back. His eyes are here. Okay, his eyes are there down the middle of the field. All right, so from there, you see it here. He looks right, and then he comes back left. So now let me go back and say another option on this particular play, okay, can be if they rotate the safeties down, okay, and we've got a seam and a seam, okay, a seam and a seam. We work that free safety, okay, whichever way the free safety goes, we 2-on-1 that free safety. So this could be a case here where he's not even looking at this angle, okay? He's reading and working the free safety who drops to the middle, and he's going to come back and try to hit this seam, okay? As he comes back to try to hit the seam right there, looking at the seam, that thing is not open. He's got nothing to do, and he's got to scramble. So lots of different options here on what he could have done, okay? And lots of different ways to design this. Not that I'm necessarily mad at having a hitch over here, but here's how I look at it as a quarterback, okay? If I'm thinking of throwing these seams at any point in time, okay? So I talked to you about this angle that's on there. If we run an angle with a back, okay, to me, the angle should be the first read. I should come back and I should be able to read this backer, and if this backer comes up, then I should have an option to hit something over the top of him. That should be my first read. I don't like an angle as a check down, okay, because there's lots of stuff going on there. I don't like it, okay? The other part of it, if we're running this thing to try to get the seams here, okay, check this guy and let him be some sort of a check down where I can actually read the seam and get back to the check down on time so he's not already covered because we had him running an angle that he comes out of way too soon in terms of me trying to read the seams. The other thing that I would do, and again, not that this is a bad concept, it's just I want the hitch out there if I'm actually reading to this side right now where the hitch is an option. If I'm not even really thinking about that and I'm thinking more seams on this play, I'd like this guy on a deeper route here. So now I can read the free safety. Free safety goes over there. I can peek the seam, and then I can still get back to some other option over here. I don't have that option when I have a hitch on the outside because as long as it takes me to get to the seam, hitch is already covered up. I've got nothing. Our check down is an angle that you see, and we talked about, is already matched to and covered right there. So the problem is I have no check downs here. If I'm going to read the seams ever, so if that's a viable part of this play, which I have to believe it is, when you've got the two inside guys running seams, that's a big concept around the league, then I need somewhere to go. That's X'd out. That's X'd out. I have nowhere to go if my seam isn't open, which neither of the seams are open here. So only option I have is to take off and try to create. Okay, play action right here. Okay, hard play action, just trying to get these guys to move and hit this skinny right here. Nice job. Boom. Pops his feet. Ball's on the money. Okay, boom, watch his feet. Love the feet. Bang, right there. Ball's on the money. We got to drop right there on what would have been a chunk play. All right, got to explain this one to me. So here we're buzzing down, and then we're going to run a comeback. Inside guys, going to run a hook. All right? All my years playing, okay, the first thing that I'm looking at is the corner off. Okay, so the corner. Corner's playing off coverage. Okay, he's playing off coverage. So I say to myself when that guy's playing off coverage that this guy right here is the only guy that can cover both of them. If he buzzes out to the outside guy, boom, replace to the inside guy. If he stays inside, then I want to read this outside in. I want to think the outside throw first. He buzzes, boom, I react back to the inside. So you see that, okay? Again, I'm looking at the corner. Corner turns his hips inside. Once he turns his hips inside, he is not covering that. He will not cover that if I throw that ball on time. So I know that I've got the outside one. Now, get your eyes inside. Read it outside in. Get your eyes inside. Inside guy does nothing. Inside guy does nothing but stay there. Throw it. Here's your throw right here. But again, don't know what he's being taught. To me, this is always an outside in read. Corner off. I'm reading that guy that can take this away. Get your eyes to the right guy. Quarterbacks, get your eyes to the right guy. They will tell you where to throw the football. Here, he doesn't move. Ball should be out. We should be completing it to the outside guy. Instead, he's throwing it to the inside guy, and I really don't have any idea why. But again, it depends on where you start, where the coach is telling him to start. Are they telling him to start inside out? Are they telling him to start outside in? Telling him to just try to find the open guy? Give him a definitive read. Coaches, give your quarterbacks definitive reads. Corner off, start outside. I say start outside. You're thinking outside, but you're reading that defender. That defender will tell you to be on time to either one of those guys based on his move. He sits, throw it outside. He buzzes, work back to the inside. All right, so here is that same similar concept right here. Seam, hitch, and then I like this. You put the choice here, so this can be your check down if you want to work those seams. Now you've got something that's coming open a little bit later, and you have a nice check down here out of the empty set. Okay, really nice job here. Okay, Zach comes back, sees the free safety going there. He comes back to peek this seam. Okay, and he does this quickly, right? He comes back to peek the seam. You see bodies there on the seam. Boom, out there to the hitch. Okay, I like it that it's a little deeper hitch there, so it times up a little bit better. Again, you still see that he's late getting the ball there, which is natural because you're reading the seams. But nice job here working through it all the way. And if he didn't like that, he could come back to this choice that's running away right there. Ball just gets tipped here, but does a nice job kind of working through the options he's got right there. Okay, it's a tough one here. Fake block, pretend like we're going to throw the bubble here, and then we're going to release the guys down the field here and run a go, right? So just a fake bubble screen and a go, okay? So fake bubble screen, they're playing man-to-man, tight man coverage, no throw. Tight man coverage, and then this guy's matching up here so you don't have your check down there. So he's taking the only option that he's got, the one-on-one on the outside. And again, not a bad throw. In the wind, tight man-to-man coverage, gives this guy a chance. Yes, could have thrown it, 2 yards farther and we have a better chance. But again, going to the right place, only real option that he's got on this play, just can't hook up to make a play. Good coverage there by the Patriots. Okay, this was their one big play in the game. Okay, I'm just going to, one thing that I have a problem with Zach quite often is his feet. Feet. You can be as talented as you want. Don't bring your feet. You're going to have issues. So watch his feet. Look at his feet. Okay, so his feet, and he does this all the time. His feet are going this way. They're lined up this way, basically perpendicular to one of these yard lines. And he's trying to throw a go route down the field. You lose all your power when you do that. When you take your legs out of it, you're fighting yourself because your legs are going and your power is going to the sideline. And then you're throwing the ball up the field. So he does this, bad technique, flips the ball out. I know he's extremely talented with his arm, but again, not a very good throw. Ball's hanging up in the air, but it works out in their favor because it's great coverage that the ball just hangs up. Mims is able to adjust to it and catch the kind of the fair catch back there, and they get the big play on that. But bad technique with the feet, and that comes back to haunt him all the time. Got to be able to line up your feet. Got to be able to lead your throws with your back feet, your back foot. I don't have back feet. Lead your throw with your back foot and attack with all your power in one direction. Okay? So This is an interesting one right here. So we're going to run basically like a post right here. Then we're going to run a little rub here and then a return out here. So we're looking for man-to-man coverage. Believe we have man-to-man coverage right here. So we're really thinking rub right here. Okay? Now, always got to peek these safeties, especially when you're playing the Patriots. They love to play blitz zero. They love to bring their safeties down. They love to play combo coverage. So their safeties at times will play very flat. Okay? So I know on this particular play that if I'm getting this rub here, I do not have to throw it right away. If I get the rub, I can throw this down the field and score a touchdown. So for me as a quarterback, first thing I'm peeking is this guy right here. If on the snap, this guy gets depth, then I'm Xing out this post, no big deal, and I'm working my rub down here to my pivot right there. But if this safety stays flat, if he stays flat, reads me, turns his hips somewhere, I have to know that there's nobody in the middle of the field right here. So I want you to watch as we come back. There's a safety. Watch him squat his feet. He's eyeing up some kind of combo coverage right there. There we go. There's our shot. Again, not easy. It's a combo coverage. It's hard to understand exactly what's going on, who's covering where, what they're doing. But bottom line is anytime you have a post, especially down in the red zone, you just peek your middle safety. Just peek him, okay? Again, I don't have to hit my rub right off the bat. That's going to happen if I've got man-to-man. Just peek him, okay? Does he get depth? Does he not get depth? Doesn't get depth here, so you've got your shot over the top, and that's a walk-in touchdown, okay? That's a walk-in touchdown, okay? From there, okay, we're looking at the rub. So we actually get a good rub, and we've got separation, but this corner over here, for some reason, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know who he thinks that he's passing this off to, but this corner actually stays outside, which makes the post even more wide open. But because Josh is looking for the rub and he wasn't really thinking post down the middle, he comes back to hit this rub and watch what happens. Okay, he feels this guy. I get it. I get it. You've got the rub, you've got separation, but that guy's running back. I'm probably not throwing that either because he's looking back at me. I throw this because that guy's won. I'm probably throwing an interception right there, okay? So you don't have it, just work right down there. Work right down there. And again, I get it happens fast. All of a sudden he's got pressure, something happening, but that's how the progression should work. Peek this just off the safety. Just takes a second, see what that safety's doing. Oh man, now I got my shot. Oh, I don't like it? Okay, we're back to the rub. I don't like it because this guy's dropping off. Get right down here to number 3. Get yourself a completion right here. Does he have time with the pressure? I think he does. But now he gets out, makes a little bit of a scramble with his legs. But tough looking coverage. But that's how young guys, quarterbacks, you need to take a look at this with the safety staying flat, safety not deep in the middle of the field. Just peek him down in the red zone. Always like to do that if you get blitz zero, combo man. Great chance to get up over the top of them, attack in the middle, and then work from there. Okay, now this one here, right, we running basically the same thing. He's going here. This guy's going to come out and run a hook, and this guy's going to run a comeback. So similar to what we saw earlier in the game where for some reason he jammed it into the inside guy. Okay, this time does a nice job. Come out, read it outside in. Read that defender. That defender is hung up on that hook inside. Come right out here to the comeback. Bang. Nice. Good throw. Money. Good read. Right? All on that same thing. All on this defender. His hips are turned inside. He can't cover the outside one if I'm on time throwing it where I need to throw it. Does just that. Boom. Nice. All right, so coming down, and this is just good coverage. Here's one of the hardest things about the Patriots defense. We talked about it on game day morning the other day, is that they've got guys like Matthew Judon that you expect to be pass rushers. So as a quarterback, you expect to not have to worry about this guy. You expect him to be rushing up the field. But the Patriots at times will drop these guys, okay? So Josh Zach, right here. So Zach sees this safety drop down to this side. Okay, on this side, he's got a go route and some sort of hook right here. See the safety drop down there? I've got an extra defender over here. Don't really like my options because I've only got one basically against their two. So I'm going to drop back and work this side because I've got a hook and an in route right here. I expect it to be a high-low off of this guy because really that's the only guy I expect to be back to that side. This corner can be back here and dropped off, but I'm not worried about him because both of my guys are going to be to the inside of that corner. But watch what happens. We go back. Judon drops out on the hook. So then this guy has the ability to drop underneath it. So now I've got absolutely nothing to that side. Okay? I've got no options that tie into it. Everything is covered, right? He's covered on the go route. Again, this will separate late, but that's hard because I know exactly what he's doing back here, and he expects there to be just one guy. He expects there to be this guy. Does he go high? Does he go low? I get it. I get what he's seeing. Oh, shoot. Now I'm stuck because there's nothing there. Now I'm scrambling again. Got to make something happen, get a little completion on the sideline. But tough. Tough when they drop those defensive ends out there. You don't expect them to be there in the read. All of a sudden, they're in the read. Okay, I'm not really sure on this one what he's thinking. So we've got a go route here. We've got a go route here. And then we've got what we call an influence or a cross right there. And then this guy's going to run underneath. So to me, on this particular play, you're really looking for one of these go routes first. Okay, you come back and say, I'm going to take a shot at one of the go routes. Then you can work inside here to your crosser, especially if it's man, and then to the return off of that. I guess that's how I'm thinking about it. If I've got middle closed, so I know I'm going to get one-on-one on the outside, that's what I'm doing. So whatever one you want to look at. Okay, so come back, hold the free safety, look to take your shot. Okay, again, this guy's farther off. You get that. You're probably going to work back to this. You get this go right up here. Maybe you got a chance to throw it. All right, whatever. Okay, he doesn't take the go route for whatever reason. Maybe he's not even thinking it. He's got man-to-man, so he's thinking about hitting the crosser right here. No problem. Okay, it's all right. Right, that guy's crossing. That guy's got an opportunity for a big play. I can live with that. Okay, misses this badly. Okay, misses this badly. Let's go back. Let's go back to the end zone copy. All right. Watch the feet. Watch the feet. Watch the feet. Okay. So here we go again. Boom. Where are his feet? Where are his feet? Feet are set this way. Where is he going to try to throw it? Back this way. Going to fight his body once again. He's going to fight his weight, and he's going to end up trying to throw this with all arm. Talented. A lot of talented guys in the NFL. Technique is vital. Right? And he's not even trying to get there. Okay? So once you know that you're going to the inside, get your feet set. Get them set to throw it to the inside, right? See it? Stepping left, throwing right, all arm, ball goes up over. Should have been an interception in that case. Technique, technique, technique. It's been an issue for him since coming out of college. Very big, strong-armed guy that can get away with a lot of things with his arm. Technique often goes by the wayside because of that, because you get away with so much. And again, he's not the only one. Aaron Rodgers, big arm. Technique gets away from him. He misses some throws that he probably shouldn't because he's talented enough. Patrick Mahomes, same way. They're just better at what they do, so they get away with it more than guys that aren't as good. But technique is vital no matter how good you are. Okay? So again, talking about eyes. So this here, it looks like we're going to run a late comeback over here. We're going to run a go. Okay, we're going to run a corner. We're going to chip, and then we're going to run to the flat. Okay? So this look right here looks like we're getting a cover 2 here with the corners down. Looks like we're getting a cover 2. Both corners end up carrying a little bit, which is fine. But it's all about the eyes. Okay, so you're coming back thinking you got cover 2 here. If I think I've got cover 2, this comeback is gone. I've got no chance for the comeback back there because there's a guy that can drop underneath him. He's got a safety over the top. I don't like it, okay? So if that's the case, then we've got to stay front side. Chip, flat. We've got to stay front side, okay? So front side, we're simply reading the flat defender. With that corner getting out of there, I'm reading this guy right here, okay? You see this guy. He's got his numbers turned to Zach. He's working up the field. Keep your eyes there and just throw the throw, okay? So you see it. Look, this guy's turning and running. He's turning and running right here. Right there's your throw. Right there's your throw, okay? And so, again, he gets there. Eventually, he scrambles and he gets to that guy. But I want to take you back, again, to the sideline because I want to watch his eyes. Eyes tell me everything. So he comes out, okay, right here. He's looking left. He's looking left. Perfect. Perfect. See it. See the safeties, whatever. You realize it's cover two. Keep your eyes left and read your key. Read the guy that you're supposed to read. But then watch, okay, right there. Now his eyes are back here. Why are your eyes back there? There's nothing back there for you to look down the field back to that side. Once you've decided it's cover two, can't just look for guys open. Got to know what coverage you have, got to know your keys, and you got to get the ball out. His eyes come back to that side for whatever reason. So now it's left and then right and then back to the left, right? Quarterbacks, know what your reads are. Get your eyes on your keys. Head can't be moving. When your head's moving all over, that lets me know you don't know what you're doing. When your head is still and you're finding defenders and moving methodically, that lets me know you know what you're seeing, what your reads are, and then you can get the ball out of your hands quickly because you know what you're looking at. Don't be looking at receivers. Look at the defenders. And again, I know some guys teach the pure progression. Look at this guy, see if he's open. I believe it only gets you in trouble. Read the defenders. They will tell you what to do if you've got a good, solid concept. Okay? Right here, we're going to fake the screen again here. Fake, run a go. We're going to fake that screen, and we're going to run a go and a go back to this side. Okay? So we fake it. Okay? We're trying to get everybody to work that direction and then hopefully hit something back here. Fakes it. There's nothing going on. Right? Maybe a back shoulder throw right here if they've talked about it. Okay, you get the corner to get deep, and maybe that's a throw for you. But he basically works 1, 2, doesn't really like it. He's actually coming back to peek this 1, 3, and actually does a nice job getting to his receiver here. Just again, throw. And again, it's a little thing, but you're going to see it. Where's his front foot go? And it's tough because he's swinging, but his front foot starts to go this way. Then he's going to do the same thing. Body's going to the left of the throw. You're going to try to throw it with all arm and get it out there. And yes, he should be able to make this throw that way if he's engaging his body right, but you use the arm, boom. Airmails this over the top of his receiver. Just, again, these are things that you can't have. You got to be able to find a way to complete it. Nice job working through the progression, getting to the right guy. Just got to make the throw. Okay, so you guys tell me. So we're going to go down here and we're going to run a hook. It looked like we're trying to create a rub and he's running a go. And this guy's running some sort of double move corner here. Okay, right? Where are you throwing it? Nowhere to throw it. Not sure what they're trying to do. No options for your quarterback. Pressure breaks down. Going to lead to a sack. Okay, so no options right there. You know, he's looking over to his left for something. This guy, the check down, gets out late. By that time, he's got pressure, he's got to move. Sack. Okay, so this is one. Saw Dan Orlovsky break this down. Dan does a great job. Make sure you check out all of his stuff. He does a really good job with his breakdowns. Okay, so we're going to run this play right here. So this is a play that we call dig, called it 844. Okay, so the post is the 8, and then we got 2 in routes to the other side, which would be the 844 part of it. Okay, now there's a couple different ways that you can run this 8 back here. Okay, so some people will run it as a bang 8. So what a bang 8 is that it's a 4th outside step throw. Receiver's go 1, 2, 3, 4 on his outside. Then he's hitting his foot, and he's ready for the ball being driven to him as a skinny post, beating the free safety. Okay, so I threw this a number of times in my career. This exact play where we had a bang 8 on the backside. So it's a timing throw. We're trying to work this middle safety. If we get a 1 high safety, we feel like we get leverage on the corner, and boom, we drive this in there, let it go ahead of time, and we drive it into to our receiver and beat the free safety with this. Okay, it could also be an action 8 or a big 8 where that's not an option, and we simply put them on a deep post. So if for some reason this safety jumped it, we could throw the post up over the top. Okay, when I ran it, I oftentimes would give them both. That the receiver would have to know if we had middle close that you run the skinny and then you finish through the big post. If you don't get the skinny, whatever. Okay, so I know Dan thought that Zach messed up this concept and thought the in was to the back side instead of the front side. And I'm not going to say that's not what he thought. And I'm also not going to say that that's never happened to me as a quarterback, that there's times you come up and you superimpose the play in your mind and you think the end's coming from the right side when it's really coming from the left side. Or you go back and you call a run play and you think the run's going to the left and you open up to the right. It happens. Doesn't happen a lot, but it happens to all of us. And you've got to try to make sure you work that through your head before you actually take the snap. But it's happened. I've talked to a lot of quarterbacks, and it does happen. As much as we don't want it to, we just mix it up in our mind thinking it's right or left, and it really should be the opposite. But Dan had mentioned that he thought Zach Wilson, thought the in was coming from the right-hand side. And maybe he did think that. But I'm also going to make the argument for him that he might have said to himself that this might have been a skinny post. So this might have been one of those that I can jam in to my wide receiver. If I can work this free safety with depth and I get middle closed, there's a window right there that I can hit this skinny post. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that that's what he was thinking here. Okay, so, I see it. I get it. Problem is footwork. Okay, first the footwork, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a hitch. Can't do it. This is a 5 plant and throw from under center. A 5 plant and throw from under center. So if he was trying to hit the skinny, this should be a quick 3, hold on your back foot, ball out. So that's the biggest thing, is that if that's what this is, he is way late on the throw. This ball's got to be in the air right now, and he's got to be catching it as he turns around. You can't let him get down further and hit a skinny post because you see the safety getting involved. If he completes it on this timing, he's getting the guy blown up. Okay, so I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that it was a skinny, and it's all about footwork. It's one of his problems too, is tying his feet to the different kinds of throws there, but he's looking off to the left. I'm going to assume he's working that free safety off to the left and trying to hit the bang 8. Okay, if not, if that's not what he's doing and he's getting it mixed up, obviously he's going to have a problem because his timing may be set up more for the in route. In that particular case, we get man-to-man, peek this one, work here, and then work down to your check down if you've got man-to-man here. So I don't know the answer to that, but I'm just giving that in there that it could have been the case that he thought it was a skinny, just got to speed up the timing, hold the safety, just way too much time back there. Ball's got to be gone. But you see how he tries to drive it, but he also is flat on it. So very easily could have got it mixed up and was expecting the in back here and should have been to the other side. Obviously, that's a big mistake, not a mistake that quarterbacks haven't ever made. We've made that mistake before, but obviously a critical mistake that you can't have. And you see this runaway right here. Not that that's extremely open. I see his receiver jumping up and down like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we didn't get it. But I mean, it's not like he's wide open there and that's an easy throw to him either. But again, either the timing or if you superimpose the play, right, we just can't have it. Even though it happens, we just can't have it because obviously it's a big mistake. Okay, so now we've got a play action here. And a lot of people might look at this. They've got a little stick move outside and a post, and the post comes wide open because this safety stays flat. Great. If I've got time, I love it. Okay, so they're going to come down and run this shallow here. If I can make the play fake and read that safety off of the play fake and he comes down, love it. Maybe have a shot to go over the top. Okay, a lot of times when you run this play action, you're trying to get these guys to pull and then just hit that shallow back to the backside. So you hear play fake, okay? And again, I'm not sure what Zach saw. He's looking in the right spot. He might have seen this guy jump, and he's looking to go over the top to the post. You see it right there coming open, okay? He doesn't have the shallow here that's coming. They do a nice job of covering it, and the safety's coming down. From there, there's pressure in his face. He's got no other options right there, and now he's just, once again, got to run around and throw the ball away, okay? Possibility right there off the play design. And again, did he see it? Did he see it? He's looking out there wide. I wish he was looking in here. So again, always to me about the eyes. Let's go look at the eyes real quick. See exactly where his eyes are. Okay, so his eyes should be right here. If he's doing this the right way off of the play fake. Okay, and it looks like it, right? Looks to me like his eyes are right there. Reading that safety, boom. Have that chance to get the post over the top. Like that. Oh, now there's pressure. Granted, I'd like to see him a little more solid, okay, so that if he was looking at this guy and he saw that guy, man, pop back and maybe just lay that ball up there, but I see it. I see the pressure coming. Now he's just got to bail and get rid of the football. Okay? These are the ones that just hard for me to forgive. Okay? So we're going to run this play. Actually ran this against him last time and he had an issue with this again. Okay, so we're going to run this play right here, which we call combo. Okay? When we run combo, we're going to think to hit the slant on time and then we can recover to the flat. But however we do it, we're going to read the flat defender. Always going to be a read off the flat defender. Get your eyes on the flat defender. Okay, so as this happens, this is the only guy over there to that side. This guy's numbers are turned inside. Okay, his numbers are turned inside. He's got no chance to cover this flat right here. No chance. Okay, right? You see it. There it is. Read the flat defender. Okay? I don't know. Yes, this guy's probably going to run by this flat defender, but it doesn't matter. The point is, get your eyes on the right guy. You see he's already ready to throw it here. He's trying to jam it into the slant. When, if you're just reading this guy, here's your throw. It's right there. Okay, these are the things that we got to do. This is football 101, a play that you've had in from high school that you can only look at the flat defender and make your read off of that. Okay, and I'm going to, right, in the first game, what happened is they went to run this and the defensive end peeled on him and covered him as he was trying to throw the flat. Okay, so maybe he just talked himself out of this because he saw it the first time that they played and goes, oh, I'm not going to fall for that and go right to the flat again based on that. But bottom line is just read the defender. The flat defender, you got to find the guy because it looks almost like his body's going over there. So maybe he was thinking that and, you know, he talked himself out of it because of what happened the first time. But stay with it. Read your guys. Read your guys. Okay, read your guys. Okay, so I read that guy. Takes me to the flat. Go to throw the flat. If this guy's running off and carrying him, then work back to your inside. Okay, no problem. Read your keys. And does a nice job here of actually working back and getting his completion to the inside here. But got to be able to decipher some of this stuff. Read that flat defender. He falls off inside. Hit the outside one. And let's roll. But nice job there getting a completion and moving it as he was hesitating a little bit. And again, you got to watch all the film. Go back and watch the time they played the Patriots the first time out, and he got in trouble trying to throw the flat on that particular play because one of these defensive ends, again, popped off. So you think about all that stuff as a quarterback. We can sit here and put everything in a bubble and go, this one play, why didn't you throw the flat? Put it all into context and go, well, should have thrown the flat. And you got to be able to see through it and understand all that. But remember what happened to you in the first game, and I understand you were a little bit leery that guy might fall off, so you were a little extra conscious of throwing it in there to the slant. Okay, so here we go again. Go against soft coverage. I think this would go against soft coverage, and this guy down the middle. Okay, there you go. What are you going to do? Right here he's getting hit. Actually, looks like maybe we're getting an in route on the backside, but these guys aren't even into their route. Nobody's open right now. Matthew Judon is in his face and sacking him once again. Okay, this one. Double out. Double out. Okay, what are we looking at? Looking at corners off. Corners off. Once the corner's off, I'm looking at the outside one. I'm saying they can't cover it. They're off that far. Throw it. Throw it. Eyes again. Get your eyes out here. Corner's off. That's all we're looking at. It's all we're starting with. Corner off. Corner off, we're looking for the outside one. If the outside linebacker buzzes hard underneath it, then you recover to the inside one. Same here. We're looking at the outside one. If this guy runs way out here hard and undercuts it, then look to your inside one. Right? Look right here. Throw it. Throw it. Throw it. It's stealing. We have to be able to make these reads and these throws. Have to. You're going to play in this league, you've got to make these throws. His eyes already back to the inside as he's trying to stick the stick on him when there's just, again, you got to read him outside in, okay? It's got to be 1 to 2. You got to come back expecting to hit the out. So again, we're going to watch his eyes. Watch his eyes and his feet and his pump. Okay, so see, he's going right inside for some reason. Okay, so he's pumping it. Pumping it. Look at inside and pumping it. Just lay it to the outside and throw your out. Another sack, almost a sack fumble for 6. Okay, here's another one. Again, you tell me. Not a lot open here. Now they get a one-on-one back here on this pivot. Thank goodness they get a win back here, because if not, where, you tell me. You tell me on this concept where Zach Wilson is throwing it. I don't know. Good job separating here. The only guy that he can throw it to, he gets it to, picks up the first down. Okay, a little play fake. Okay, trying to hit this skinny post right here. You know, say what you want. Body's in here. Didn't like it. Off of that. Trying to go to this wheel, so he's going through his progressions, looking at the skinny. Doesn't like it because of the bodies, right? You see him there. I don't know. Maybe can he split? I don't know. Be tough, right? There's bodies there. Doesn't like it. Okay, so he feels like he's got another option. Goes to the other option. Lays it out there, and it just, man, good throw, good coverage, good play, almost, but got through his progressions, got to the right guy, makes a good throw, just better defense right there. Here we go again. All right, dropping back. They're going to run a comeback here. Not sure what we get right there. Oh, so he's just clearing out. Okay, so he's running a comeback. He's clearing out. Maybe this guy's coming over the top. So he's dropping back. Looks like he's looking for this comeback right here. This guy drops with a lot of depth, right? The right throw is probably dumping it down right here, but I think he's trying to give that comeback a chance off of one hitch. Again, color shows, nowhere to go. Another sack. Okay, here we go again. All right, so we're going to run that same play here with this. So could have easily gone to the top side, corner off, one guy out there, right? So we just watch that. They bring pressure. Okay, so easily could have gone here and gone 1 to 2. Probably would have thrown it outside based off of that read. But he actually is going to work down here. So they're going to have what looks like a choice route with the skinny route over the top of it, okay? And you're going to see this safety rotate back, this guy come, this guy rotate down. So, again, big picture for a quarterback is I'm seeing one guy over here, okay? If this safety goes back, okay, this guy's a down lineman, down lineman, down lineman, down lineman. I feel like I'm going to get one of these two guys over to this side off of that circled defender. He can only cover one or two. So he stays inside, I hit the choice. He goes running out to the choice, I hit the skinny back behind it. But what do the Patriots do again? They make it tough because defensive end pops out and covers the choice. This guy falls back to cover the skinny. So I go to that side thinking that I've got the right numbers over there. They fall right into it. I'm in trouble. So now he would have to work back all the way to the front side. And he actually gets there. He actually gets there just a little bit late, which again, you understand why. A little bit late, not able to complete the ball inbounds. But this is tough, right? Because again, you got to see what you think he sees, okay? These two guys stay down there. Then I'm going to read it out here off of this one defender. Once they rotate and that guy goes back and this guy drops, now there's only one defender to that side in my mind, assuming this guy's coming. I go to this side, they drop an extra guy out. Now I'm in trouble. Okay, this one again, it's all about timing. So this is a semi route. I'm going to roll it to 12 yards. This is quick footwork, hold on the back foot, and let it go. Okay, but you're going to see, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 5-step drop from under center again to throw these semis. It's a quick 5, hit, throw. Taking 5 from shotgun, too late. Too late, okay? And again, he times it up, hits the back foot, lets it go. So it all looks good, but you see how late he is. Simply because of tying up your drop to your throw. Tying up your drop to the depth of whatever route you're throwing. It's key. Shotgun, people have so many problems tying their feet. That's why we like it under center, because my 5-step connects with 10 to 15 yard routes, okay? My 3 steps tie up to those 5 to 6 yard routes. So we understand the proper footwork because the ball is in our hands already. Shotgun, we got to get the snap, we got to drop, we got to be on time. He's late right here, making the right read. Just got to be faster with his feet. Win with your feet, fast with your feet, and get that ball out. Almost a pick 6 right there. Okay. So again, right, you're looking at this, and again, they get defensive holding here, which they should have, but you're looking at this, and there's nothing going on for this quarterback, okay? Pressure's coming to him. He got nowhere to throw. He's stepping up right now. Where are you throwing the football? Where are you throwing the football? Nope. Nope. This guy's not even close to out of his route with that guy squatting. Nope. So sit and duck back there to get hit because we got nothing that's happening, nobody that's getting open right here. Quarterback stuck on this one. All right, that last sack essentially ended the game for them as they ended up moving, running the football, not getting the first down, and then punting it away, and we all know what happened there. So there you go. Yeah, are there issues with Zach Wilson? Of course there are. There's a lot of issues. Footwork, timing of different routes, sometimes getting your eyes to the right guy. And there's also some other issues going on. There's other times that he didn't have a chance. A lot of times there wasn't a whole bunch of stuff wide open, which is the sense that I got when we came off of that game. Like, oh my gosh, there was guys wide open all over the place, and Zach Wilson can't find him and can't throw it to him. He did some nice things in this game. He progressed through some things nicely. Yeah, they got to give more. They got to do more offensively if they're going to be successful. Zach Wilson has to do more. But all I'm saying is that you always got to put it in context. It's easy to watch a game and then just go, man, this guy was completely awful. Okay, yes, could have been better. Has to be better. Has to grow. Has to get better in certain areas. But you see some things on there were really, really tough for him to go through and see. And I think most quarterbacks would have struggled with those concepts against what the Patriots were doing in many of those situations. So got to make growth. got to get better. But to me, that's why I wanted to break it down and look at almost every single throw to go, okay, here it is. It wasn't as simple as, okay, Zach Wilson missed throw after throw, read after read, and everybody should be mad. They just got to be better offensively. They've got to come up with better concepts. They got to help their young quarterback, and he's got to grow. He's got to get better physically, right? He's got to get better with his technique, or he's never going to have the efficiency and the accuracy to be a top-level quarterback. So a lot of room to grow for this Jets offense, and it's too bad because their defense is playing so well right now and giving them chances, but their offense, their young quarterback just isn't there yet and isn't ready to carry them on the offensive side.